Welcome back, ladies and gentlefolk. We are at Robot Command, US Robot Command. We've learnt about Operation Enduring Victory, stalling for time while Elizabeth Sobek creates or organises Project Zero Dawn. And we don't have a Scooby-Doo what Project Zero Dawn is yet within this game. But we're trying to get through to find out what General Heres knows.
It's them, all right.
If we can,
They're not looking for answers.
If we can come across him. Okay. So what would be good? Maybe a few traps might be good. I might put a trap here. I can always pick it up later. Okay. We're good, we're good.
For later.
We're looking good on the health front. I don't think we've ever been this full of medicine in our lives. Okay. What I may do. What I may do is try and get this scrapper to play ball. Let's do that for now. No. Let's not do that. Let's do... I've let go of one, haven't I? Let's put that back. And let's put this one just here. Okay.
I think... I'm not sure.
Okay.
Too close!
Right, everyone's unaware, which is good. Let's see what this might do. Oh, he's coming up, he's coming up, he's coming up. Which way are you going, son?
I wonder sometimes what brought the old ones low. But maybe I don't want to know.
Still sniffing around.
Down.
Okay, I don't know what to do. Okay. Got to remind ourselves that we haven't got the leader strike yet. So these leaders are going to cause us some problems. So I'm going to head over here. What I might do is head back down here for now. Try and get this scrapper. Did the tripwire do humans? I can't remember. Well, he's staying well away from it. Okay, come to Daddy. should sort that guy. Okay, okay, okay. There we go. Oh shit. Come on, let's go.
You're finished.
Come on, come on. Where are you? Just one guy left. Boom. Is that your lot? It is. Okay. Well, that didn't go too badly. Analysing where we are now is fairly difficult. I don't want that, don't want that, don't want that.
I'd have to ditch something.
Well, let's do that, and then I think we'll be able to pick that up. Okay. So there's a few internal buildings. They've got some tanks. It's like, yeah, looks like some kind of tank store, doesn't it? Wow. And that is some kind of, I don't no idea what that is. Because it's so gnarled by the passage of time, it's difficult to discern. Let's pick up what we didn't get.
Saving these for the trail.
Oh, we're going up into a third tier of medicine. Loaded. Beautiful. Right. Let's continue. Love that indoors they've got mushrooms instead of plants. Because Aloy name checks that in here doesn't smell biological at all. It's just dead air. Nothing can grow. Sorry, I was drinking the last of my coffee. And across here. Up we go. US Robot Command. Presided over by General Harris. And what has happened is Elizabeth was on her way to US Robot Command when she hollow called. Well, there's lots of things to... Great, lots of things to read. She hollow called Ted Farrow, and said, look, basically threatened him, gave him an ultimatum that he needs to fund this project because he fucks it up. He needs to pay for it. And she's putting it into action right now. And she was on her way over in an armoured vehicle to General Harris. Okay. Let's start left and go clockwise.
Thanks for the mails, you. Time goes fast on active duty. 4 months with the wreck and recalls, fighting with these civilian enlistees, scrappy guys and gals. That's all coming together. Between us and the 6th MRB, we took down a horse. I hope you made the news, honey. Showed everyone we're turning this around. We just need to give Project Zero Dawn the time it needs.
So he was talking about their successes earlier on in a different data point, wasn't he? Can't remember if it was the same guy. I thought it was the same guy. Sergeant Huliev again. Approved for release, USRC.
I know it's been days, honey. I'm so sorry. Deployments are getting real long. We have to put in the work for everyone. Like a family business. I still see you in the eyes of the people out there. They were glad to see us. They still had hope. I'm still fighting for you.
Okay, so he was really optimistic, having downed a Horus, the biggest machine, big as they come, but he's tired. They're just being deployed, different areas.
Status report. 9th Mechanized Response Brigade, Commanding Officer Lieutenant Fiona Morrell. Unit morale continues to be adversely impacted by outbound engagements against the Pharaoh Plague, especially when said engagements occur in sectors where civilian guard enlistees have been heavily engaged. The scope and nature of fatalities suffered by civilian guard and unarmed civilians in these sectors defy description. And witnessing it is generating a pervasive sense of hopelessness in the unit. Accordingly, I once again request that deployments of the 9th MRB be temporarily refocused on facilities that are mission critical to Project Zero Dawn. And once again, I request an immediate update on the status of Project Zero Dawn's timeline.
She's getting really frustrated. She's in charge. She's loyal. She's follows her orders out. She's professional, but she doesn't know what Project Zero Dawn is. That's kept in a very closed circuit capacity. That knowledge, it's on a need to know, and she knows she's got to protect it, and she doesn't want her troops to go out into heavily populated civilian areas, because watching those civilians perish is far worse than watching trained soldiers do it, because it's reminding them of the people back home, the people that they're fighting for to protect. And yeah, so if it could happen there in that civilian population, it could happen where their loved ones are. So yeah.
Ames, I know I mail you too much. I'm just proud of what you're doing. Everyone back home is. We got moved inland 10 kilometers, just as a precaution, they say. School's still in session, so I get to keep my eye on Andrews and Reggie. We never know where or when you're fighting, but when the VTOLs go over, all the kids run out and wave. I believe in you. I know nothing's ever gonna be the same, but I believe in you. I believe in us.
So she's obviously in an area that's at the moment not too affected by the onrush of machines, and I imagine that the propaganda machine is quite large. So they're obviously very proud of their loved ones that are out there at the front line, but they don't know. No one knows the severity of it. So this is from Roshana again. So that was a positive one.
Ames,
This one is.
I don't even know if you're alive anymore. The mails I get from you, they say they're from you, but they don't sound... They sound recycled. Phrases put together, and you don't say anything about the news I pass on. The containment zone, the rebreathers, the rioting, One Earth. What happened in the Dallas bubble, Ames, that wasn't the robots. They won't even give me a straight answer when I demand to know if you're still alive. They just say if your messages keep coming, then you're still operational. It's not fair, Ames. It's not fair that you won't be with me when the lights go out. I love you.
That's so sad.
So she now knows the severity of it. She knows that she is going to die, or the likelihood is. But the propaganda machine is accounting for people that have already died by trying to keep the packers up of the civilians. So yeah, that's a very sad situation. Yeah, let's keep going. Right, here we are. Here is the conference room. This area. We've got a couple, or at least one data point, which we'll look at first. USRC deployment records. So these are the different operations that they've had on over time. Some successes, some not. So it's December 2065, week 1. Reno, Nevada. Operation Kickback. Civilian Guard and Armored Battalion skirmished with vanguard elements of Pacific Northwest Swarm PN-12. Engagement began at 0600 and concluded with a withdrawal at 2100 the following day. Wow. Losses in excess of 40% reported, so that wasn't particularly a success because they had to withdraw and they lost almost half of their number. Operation Thick Skull in the Shenandoah Valley, SA Tech, Virginia. 12th MRB, supported by Civilian Guard, fought a rearguard action against the Eastern Seaboard Swarm ES-17. Engagement began at 0800 at approximately 2. 12th MRB reported the position was overrun and received authorization to detonate the facility, inflicting significant damage on the swarm. Surviving elements of 12th MRB withdrawn to Akron Cleveland defensive line. What a phrase that is, surviving elements. So they had to sacrifice some of their number in order to damage the swarm. Operation Body Blow, Akron, Ohio. 9th and 10th MRBs, supported by sustained aerial strikes, assaulted the Horus-class Titan, resupplying the Eastern Seaboard Swarm ES-18. So these are all different groups of machines. Engagement began at 0400 and concluded 10 at night with the elimination of the Titan. Note that this 9th MRB's third Titan kill with minimal losses. So 9th MRB is kicking ass. They've learned how to do this pretty well, and they've killed them with minimal losses. So, brigade readiness status. So, 3rd MRB refused recall orders from Operation Pinch Hit deployment along Pensacola, Tallahassee defensive line, court-martial proceedings underway. I don't know whether that's they refused and they stayed in battle, they refused to retreat, or they refused to turn up. I'm not sure. So, 7th MRB recalled from New York engagement zone to reinforce Wichita Theater, ready. 9th MRB, the absolute kick-ass dudes, refitting at US Robot Command facilities, they're ready. So I guess the 9th MRB are the ones we heard at the top of the facility. So they were joking about, they were using a bit of gallows humour. So they're obviously really close and having made quite a few victories, but they knew the number was up. So 10th MRB transferred from Kalmar, and it did go on, but it's been corrupted. Okay, so this is where the big swinging dicks of the US Robot Command dole out the various commands and discuss the various tactical options. But headed up, the main man is General Harris.
What is this?
That? It's a map.
A map of what?
Our world. The planet Earth, Aloy. It's not flat like you thought.
Why would I think that? During eclipses, the shadow cast on the moon is curved. So our world is a globe. And it looks like this, from a distance.
We'll discuss this another time. Back to the matter at hand.
The Faro robots were spreading across the world, eating everything up. Somehow, Elizabeth stopped them before it was too late. But how?
Alright, sorry I made a mistake there. I thought we were listening to the General Harris, but not. We're just hearing about how clever Aloy is to discern about how the world was round, looking at the horizon and discerning that the world can't be flat, it must be round. It took our existing humanity over, 100,000 years to come to terms with that fact. She was a tribe that was only 1,000 years old. Do apologise. I was in the wrong room, but it's really interesting to see the world. Oh, I forgot about this. I forgot about the Deathbringer. I thought it was at a later facility. But there, the Metal Devil.
The Eclipse. Tampering with the Metal Devil. They don't think they can wake it, do they?
I didn't really want to meet this yet without... That's a sling. Now this moves.
Another Kopish. And this one can move.
Okay. Don't want it to see us. I always get rumbled down every single time. But if we can, what I'd like to do is take out a few dudes first. Plenty of wire now. It's pretty neat. Okay. Don't want it to see us. Okay. Been slightly rumbled.
Here I am.
Okay. Not prepared because I want to try. Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Just taking out the two of them. I'm going to come on round here. Okay, that one's down. Good. I got away with that. Oh no, we didn't. Right, off we go. go, let's go, let's go. Okay. Okay. So my commentary is going to suffer here because I'm nervous. Okay, right. That should... try and get these off. What I'm going to do a bit of that. Oh my word. I'd really like that to come off, but it doesn't want to. Right, okay. Right, let's run. Oh dear. Keep it burning, let's keep you burning. As he burns, he'll show his sexy parts. Right, where are your sexy parts? Let's keep going, let's keep going, let's keep going, let's keep going. So try and freeze him. Slightly scared to freeze him. Oh my word. Oh my word, I'm gonna die. Very nearly died. Right, he's frozen. Right, that's the plan removed. Good. What have you got left? He's got these bad boys left. Oh, okay. Is this a bad idea or a good idea? Fairly good. Oh.
We did it. So the soldiers long ago, they had to fight hundreds of those all at once.
Hundreds of those, hundreds of the scarabs, all sorts of crazy stuff. Oh.
Can't carry more.
So it was these, the scarabs, the Horusi. They were the ones that were designed by Pharaoh. Everything else was designed after the fact with other technology. Getting ahead of ourselves there. Okay, what we got here? It's purple. I'd really like some crystal braiding. Yes! So, we have a 59% handling coil. That is brilliant. I think that's the best yet. Right, let's play with these. Okay, let's... first of all, let's craft the outfit. Currently we're wearing this one. We've got resistance and melee attack. Stealth is obviously very good. We're happy with that, I think. At the moment, we've got this as a corruption weave, which I keep forgetting to wear. So that's good. Right. So, handling-wise, we have got a handling mod in there. We could do with a better handling mod in here. Didn't we just get an awesome handling mod? I could have sworn we did. A 57% handling mod. 59% it was. How weird. Why can we put it in there, but we can't put it in to here? Why is that? Let's look at it in the inventory. It's a handling coil. That is bizarre. Why can we not put it into this hunter's bow? It just doesn't show up. Is it because it's too sexy? We've got one in here. We can replace it with the one there. Maybe it just doesn't fit into the hunter's bow. Maybe it's too sexy for the hunter's bow. So that's a 57%, but that's got some damage in. This is just pure handling. What I might do is take off the tear and put this other handling in there. Just check this out now. Oh, that's beautiful. Whereas this one, it goes quickly, but it's twice as good. Twice as slow as the other one, but still the damage is 71 and that is only 30, so it's twice as fast dialing in, twice as slow dialing in, but it's 3 times the damage. So that's something to think about. Pick up these beauties. Wow, we really nearly died in that. I could see that if I hadn't invested in that medicine speed at recovery, we would have died then, no doubt about it. I invested in the right skill on that occasion. Slag, some slag glass. Okay, I forgot about the Deathbringer. I knew it existed, and I remembered it, but I didn't think it was here. Okay, on we go. Here we go. Here we go. So, biosphere degradation. Report. Biosphere degradation. Chief findings. This is August 65. Despite increased tactical proficiency of elite and civilian guard units and many hard-won engagements in the Central European and Antarctic and Pacific Reach theatres, the Pharaoh Plague's rate of advance has not slowed, nor has its biomass consumption rate. Damage to the biosphere has already exceeded 2038 levels by every measure and grows worse by the day. So 2038 was about the time of the clawback, which Elizabeth Sobek was so instrumental in helping with her inventions. Extinction timeline projections remain unchanged, with the OAC predicted for OAC, I can't remember what that means. With OAC predicted for mid-November 2065, annihilation of exposed human populations in February 2066, extinction of macrobiotic land organisms by the end of 66, by the end of March, and extinction of marine life in 68. So the land will be dead before the marine life. Continued secrecy regarding Project Zero Dawn. The utter silence regarding its mechanisms of action and completion date make it impossible to predict Zero Dawn's impact or lack of impact on the extinction timeline. So this report doesn't know anything about Zero Dawn. They just only know the timeline and what they need to hit. Atmospheric oxygen depletion and toxic emissions remain the greatest environmental threat to Operation Enduring Victory. Okay, so the longer they went, the worse the air got. Operational atmospheric collapse, that's what it means, is currently predicted for mid-November 2065, after which military personnel will require rebreathing apparatuses to operate in the open, and civilians will only be able to survive inside sealed structures. The requirements for air scrubbing and recycling in facilities is addressed in Addendum A linked to this report. Potable water shortages. Major water treatment facilities are already struggling to process water sources compromised by rainfall heavily contaminated by toxins emitted by the consumption of the Eastern Hemisphere. Following the necessary shutdown of all nano-scrubbing functionality, wastewater recycling is already beyond capacity. Addenda linked to this document cover the short-term effects of scorched earth engagements in defence of the western seaboard and ongoing effects of the oceanic economic zones, use of nuclear weapons to delay the enemy's initial advance across the Pacific theatre, and then the day's corrupted. So what they're doing to try and stop the machines or slow them down is also accelerating the loss of water and loss of clean air. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Any more? Okay, we've got General Harris over here, but let's pick up some funky stuff first. What have we left on the table here? Health potions.
Forget about traveling light.
Okay, we've got a data point here. Secure comm.
Dr. Sobek, as projected, the Wichita salient has collapsed. 5 Horus-class Titans have broken through. We predict contact in 34 hours.
Everything is in position, General. It took a few shortcuts to pull everything together, but Zero Dawn is functionally complete. Good to go.
That enduring victory served its purpose after all.
Yes, if we'd had even one day less.
I've sent you an encoded file, Doctor. Please do me the favor of archiving it.
I'll see what I can do. What is it?
A brief statement. An allocution of crimes, I guess you'd call it.
To what are you admitting guilt?
Over the past 16 months, Doctor, I have presided over the greatest wholesale slaughter of military personnel and civilians in the history of history. Genghis Khan, Hitler, Stalin, Sorabella. Add them all together. They don't even come close.
You didn't do the killing, General.
No, not directly. But I didn't wind up the highest-ranked military commander in the United States by resisting the automation of the armed forces. Even before the swarm, Doctor, I was helping death along. So, instead of letting what I've done sink into the murk, forgotten, I set a file with all the details. Let posterity judge my actions with clear vision.
I'll do as you ask, General. But you should consider that were it not for your actions, our actions, there wouldn't be any posterity to judge us.
Perhaps. Dr. Sobek,
At ease, General. And goodbye.
hell of a thing.
Yeah, we possibly should have listened to that after we listened to this, but you can tell by their tone they've reached success, but that success isn't going to help them. Let's listen.
Thank you, Dr. Sobek. You can take a seat.
What? You're going to thank her after what she just said?
Dr. Sobek has made the situation very clear, General, and given us an option. We should all be thanking her.
No, it's just... I mean, my God.
Maybe take this discussion offline.
There's not going to be any discussion. You saw the numbers. Now, Pharaoh, he'll foot the bill, but his money can't buy the time necessary to complete Zero Dawn. That can only be paid for in blood.
Oh, come on. If we upgrade our fleet, crack the code somehow...
Were you not listening? Robots can't do the fighting for you this time. When it comes to hacking, this rogue swarm is an apex predator. Anything automated you throw at it, they will hijack and take over.
But this... We'd be throwing civilians into a meat grinder.
Commanders, the enemy we're facing self-replicates faster than we can kill it. And it eats biomass as fuel. Zero Dawn is all we've got.
So we put a railgun in the hand of every civilian strong enough to carry one, show them where the trigger is, and point them to the front? How the hell do we sell that?
By giving them something to fight for. Zero Dawn. The top-secret super-weapons program that will save us. So long as humanity holds off the swarm long enough for Dr. Sobek and her team to finish it. The file I'm sending contains the war plan for Operation Enduring Victory.
War plan? This is a war crime.
It may be ugly, but it's something. Consider the alternative. Dr. Sobek, I've secured use of a decommissioned orbital launch base outside Bryce, Utah as the Zero Dawn staging area. Plenty of space there. When can you get started?
I've already mailed you a list of alpha and beta candidates. Most are foreign nationals or subjects of corporate holdings, so extracting them...
Leave that to me. You'll get your dream team. Count on it.
Then I'll be off.
It's one of the first
Orbital
things.
launch base. What is that? What did these people do? What did Elizabeth do?
So one of the first things that General Harris has got to do is basically forcibly extract all the minds that Elizabeth Sobek knows that are out there that can help her with this. She can't just, go to the job centre. There's a small list of hand-picked people that have the intelligence and the learning to be able to deal with it. And you can't blame his underlings there for, because they've just heard that their life is going to end very shortly, and they've got to put the majority of the population to death, throw them into the front line, basically. And they were struggling for options, and they were just General Harris and was being patient, but haven't got time to massage their sense of self-preservation. This needs to happen. This needs to happen now. Every second is needed. But General Harris knows what he's got to do, but he also knows he's putting people to death. So he's put together something for posterity to leave behind if Project Zero Dawn works, to tell those that survive that he's responsible for that many deaths, and he doesn't want to brush it under the carpet.
Glad to be rid of that place. Now I just need to find the orbital launch base they talked about.
I've checked my data and located the base. That's the good news.
And the bad?
It's directly underneath the Citadel. The palace at Sunfall.
The capital of the Shadow Carja. Not exactly convenient.
The palace is crawling with Eclipse agents. Many in positions of authority, all of them wearing focuses. The moment they see you, Hades will too. He'll issue another kill order, and this time, the entire Shadow Carja military will be after you.
So, disable their focuses. You've done it before.
It's not that simple. Too many focuses in one place, each of them communicating with each other and back to Hades, a whole network of them.
Network? What's that?
Imagine a vast, invisible web stretched across the land from end to end, connecting focuses together, allowing them to communicate over vast distances instantaneously.
All right, so is there some way to cut the web down?
Crash the network. Audacious. Yes, there is a way. A weak point in the network.
Point the way.
I'll send the location data to your focus. Head there, and I'll be in touch when you're close with more directions.
What was Zero Dawn? What sort of super weapon did Elizabeth make? She stopped the machines, but not before the world she knew, her civilization, ended. Let's hope it won't come to that again.
Well, isn't this beautiful up here? We've been chucked out at the top, near the arms of the Metal Devil, and we can get that down there in a minute. But yes, so we found out from Elizabeth Sobek and General Harris where the staging area for Project Zero Dawn was going to be. So all the people that the list of people she wanted to send to General Harris, they will be there, having constructed Project Zero Dawn. So we're going to find out what that is, but we can't go there yet because we need to go to Sunfall, which is where the Shadow Carja fled a couple of years ago after Avad took over Meridian and brought his brother Itaman there as a puppet king. But they're there. All the Eclipse there are with focuses, and if we bowl in there with our focus, we'll be got straight away. So we need to collapse the network, and in doing so, we'll be able to go in there pretty blind, camouflaged. We could just turn our focus off, couldn't we?
Now,
leave
how
it.
am I going to get down from here?
Be easier, right?
This should be quite the ride.
Okay, is there anything up here that I'm missing? No. Let us ride.